So Netflix's new show Resident Evil has been released and the people have spoken. Yep, it's as bad as everyone says it is. It's a shame too, because a few of the actors do give a pretty good performance, but bad writing and fair share of identity politics slam dunked this turd right into the trash can. Now I can say I'm not entirely surprised at this point, but perhaps I was still riding high from Stranger Things 4 and let my feelings get away from me. 5 minutes into the first episode and memories of the initial teaser trailers and news articles about the cast from the previous year filled my brain. Now I'm sure some may give me a rash of shit for my review, but I'm not sure I care because, as we've already seen, most people don't seem to give a shit about this show. Also, as you can imagine, this review will be rife with spoilers, so if you still have the desire to watch it, please stop here, but remember, you've been warned. The show works across 2 separate timelines, one in 2022, some months before the zombie apocalypse, and the other 14 years into the future. This technique in and of itself isn't a show killer, but the show just does it at random times and never really connects the 2 timelines by any meaningful lessons. They do split the show fairly evenly, so that's nice, I suppose. We are immediately met by 2 young girls, Jade and Billy. Jade is a hard-nosed teenager who doesn't give a fuck. And boy, does she let you know it.
You can drop it. Bitch act.
Not an act.
And then there's Billy, who is basically a stand-in for the real Billie Eilish that they couldn't quite afford. Billy is a bit of an emotional mess and doesn't have that much chemistry with her sister. Their dad is Albert Wesker. But not the Wesker that you know from the video games. No, my friends. He's a more diverse and inclusive Wesker, played by Lance Reddick. Now, I have no issues with diversity, but why would you do this to one of the most iconic villains in Resident Evil? Who cares? We need to check off those boxes. So diverse Beta Wesker is a workaholic and his kids hate it. They move into a town run by Umbrella, New Raccoon City. Yeah, I know, right? They allude several times to the first Raccoon City, which suffered a gas leak and some horrible explosion.
You serious?
Yep, that's the cover story. The entire world has conveniently forgotten about the nuking of an entire metropolitan center. I don't know, man. Seems a bit far-fetched to me. Anyways, diverse Beta Wesker is pushed around by his daughters on several occasions, and they get mad at him. On a trip to her dad's work, discount Billie Eilish discovers rabbits in cages because the plot needs her to. But Umbrella doesn't experiment on animals. What is this? Billy gets mad and launches a covert op on the Umbrella building with her sister Jade to catch them in the act because, oh, did I mention Billy is vegan? That will become much funnier later on. So they break into Umbrella with a shitty recording of their dad's voice, and wouldn't you know it, the entire building opens up to him. You'd think that a company with such a shady history who owns an entire town might be able to lock down their facility a little bit better. Oh, and the girls just know their dad's password and get to access dozens of files. All right, whatever you say, show. While documenting their findings, they stumble upon a giant vault-looking thing. Better open it up, I suppose. What's behind door number 1? A dog infected with a zombie virus. The girls escape many encounters out of convenience until finally, discount Billie Eilish is bitten. Finally, Jade saves the day, and diverse Beta Wesker shows up just in time to nuke the computers and security system and let the girls escape. The flash forwards in time only follow Jade as she traverses the zombie hellscape of Europe. How did she get there? Doesn't matter, you peasant. Just consume. She communicates with her young daughter and husband when she can via iPad. Thank God those still work over vast distances without any maintenance of cell towers. Anywho, older Jade spends the first 5 episodes donning her plot armor and surviving every conceivable obstacle and shoehorned Resident Evil monster. She is running from scavengers, Umbrella, and any other contrived monster and making decisions that no rational person would likely make. She generally stays one step ahead of her pursuers, or they conveniently leave her uncuffed or alone, allowing her to make her own escape. It's messy and stressful to watch older Jade, a strong, angry woman making stupid choices over and over, only to make it out alive. We are just supposed to accept that this is the way of things. She survives situations that are impossible, and there never seems to be any negative consequences. No broken bones, concussions, or even any bad cuts or bruises. The only blood we see on her are from other people or zombies she kills. We are led to believe that Discount Billy has died from her dog bite, as she isn't present in any of the flash forwards until she is alive and working for Umbrella. What the fuck, Netflix? This doesn't make much sense, as throughout the entirety of the show, she grows detached from her father because of his lies and the experiments that he and Umbrella have conducted, and the lies that they've engaged in as well over the years. Back in the past, Discount Billie Eilish then finds out that she's not going to get sick and turn into a zombie. How convenient! Diverse Beta Wesker genetically engineered his daughters so they would be resistant. Older Jade and older Billy play cat and mouse for a couple of episodes until the double cross is revealed and we discover Diverse Beta Wesker is just one of 3 clones of Diverse Alpha Wesker.
You serious?
Yep, and the clones are all different and have different personalities. One is killed in a random exchange of Diverse Alpha Wesker trying to cover his tracks, and Silly Wesker and Diverse Beta Wesker survive. But for some reason, only one is allowed to have a family and the other is put in a random jail cell underneath New Umbrella Town. Silly Wesker ends up being a psychopath that kills the guards, checking on him after 10 years, and pretends to be Diverse Beta Wesker, who's been exposed as the one who erased all the files and covered up for Discount Billy and Jade. Discount Billy and Jade discover all the shady shit that Umbrella has been doing for years and team up with Silly Wesker to break out their dad and escape from the creepy new Raccoon City. Remember how Billy is vegan? Well, during their heist at Umbrella HQ, they run into some trouble and she ends up biting Jade's little boy toy Simon because she was stressed out. Then Simon's mom, the big bad CEO of Umbrella, Evelyn Marcus, shoots her son right in the fucking head. Jade is mad, Discount Billy is sad, and Diverse Beta Wesker sacrifices himself to save everyone. Silly Wesker is left to tend to the girls and is directed by Diverse Beta Wesker moments before his death to seek out Ada Wong. This show does a masterful job at making sure you have no real attachment to the characters and making a mockery of everything you've ever known about the Resident Evil games. You are just dragged along as grown adults are undermined by children. Everyone makes insane decisions that go against every survival instinct, and all the while the showrunners pepper in Resident Evil references that are meant to keep you hooked until the next underwhelming monster. Ella Balinski, who plays older Jade, actually does very well with her performance, but the script is so poorly written that her character never really gets off the ground. Lance Reddick is another one who does what he can with the script he's given, but his character is a parody. Even when we get a glimpse of OG Wesker, you can't help but laugh. From start to finish, this show swings from comedic horror to campy CW drama. It doesn't have any identity to speak of, even less of a tie to any Resident Evil universe. It's honestly a shame that we never get a proper adaptation of these beloved games.